This is one of the first movies I wanted to review, ever since I saw it way back in 1989. It stuck with me, but not in a good way, and I haven't seen it in almost 30 years. Hear that, guys? Aliens.
Nope, not touching this one.
Really? I thought you'd be triggered for this one too.
You go ahead. Enjoy, though. We'll be over here doing anything else. Yeah, you do you.
Moontrap.
The final frontier.
No, Mr. Screenwriter. You leave Star Trek out of this. We open on astronauts Jason Grant, played by Walter Koenig, and Ray Tanner, played by the one and only Bruce Campbell. I'm not going to focus on their character names, since every time I see these guys, I just see Chekhov and Ash. During a routine satellite mission, and I do mean routine, they bitch about how boring being a fucking astronaut is.
Listen to us, Phil. I can't believe how routine this whole business has become.
You're not working at Home Depot, guys. You're in goddamn space. If I worked in space, taking a shit would be vloggable.
It's just another lame duck satellite for the space janitors to collect.
Maybe a radar blip will liven things up.
Oh, it's too big.
How can they tell from that dot? It turns out to be a drifting, massive alien spacecraft. But no, your job is boring. This is a monumental discovery. This could alter our views on religion, politics, science. How do they react? I've seen bigger reactions when someone says yes to the dress. Chekhov goes out to crank call V'ger. Knock it off, movie. You're not 2001. Chekhov does a thorough check of the ship, and by thorough, I mean he floats up to it, reaches into a hole, grabs an alien egg, and splits. All without leaving his NASA lawn chair. And how do I know that's an egg? Tell me that's not an egg. And he makes a friend. What's up? Back on Earth, Egg and Corpse find a new home. Just in time for the 8 o'clock buffet. But some people are still unconvinced.
It's all so absurd and ridiculous.
And I'm pretty sure space missions are manned by more than 6 people.
I do want to copy the printout, though, for my report on your cockamamie theory.
He's actually suggesting this is faked to pad their budgets.
Of course, you guys know that the Soviets are supposed to attempt a lunar landing within the next 2 years.
Look, you can't stand...
You just had to play the space race card, didn't you? The egg Trojan horses around, and the movie provides its own exposition for stuff we heard 5 minutes ago.
Yeah! Hey, we don't take no shit from a machine.
You're about to take some shit from a machine. The aliens apparently take anything laying around, including any spare bodies, to build themselves.
Fire on my command. Wait! This is a great moment for mankind. Give us a sign.
Here's your sign.
Get the son of a bitch!
Okay, that was funny. Looks like they're attacking a stationary carnival ride. But Chekhov gets an idea. To the Jeffries tube! Come out to the coast, get together, have a few laughs. Yamayu! Chekhov, action hero. I just can't see it. And why does it look like he just came?
Is he still watching? Yep. Sucker.
A glimpse into Chekhov's home life. There's some filler here about Chekhov's ex-wife dating some new guy. Yada yada, goes nowhere, does nothing. We need a Bruce Campbell fix. Come to Joey's, and I'm pretty sure this is a model. Really? They couldn't have found some random bar and changed the sign? They had to shoot some guy's model railroad? I'm a little disappointed the strippers aren't puppets.
Last one.
Now who's this guy?
How does your picture on the cover of Newsweek sound? We can get you a interview.
Ugh, get to the point. This is a long-winded, time-stretching roundabout way of telling Chekhov about a rumor that a moon mission has been approved.
The mission. They're doing it.
A phone call would have been fine, but we would have missed out on all the gratuitous boobs. Why does Chekhov look like he just won Miss America? I'm also pretty sure that's his O-face. Fade to the perilous journey and just smash cut to the moon. Well, that saves time. Having landed, they go on their mission, to to collect as much cheese as their ship can hold. Uh-oh, looks like Dennis Leary is watching.
Let's check our link with the orbiter.
George, do you read?
Copy, Jason.
Damn.
Slow down, asshole. This is a school zone. Just admit it, you're lost. Something this movie kinda glosses over, there's an alien base on the moon. That is all the information you need.
Hey, what's going on down there?
A base.
You know we're all about that. The moon base beckons them closer.
Hold on. We forgot something.
Condoms. Good thinking. I think the wall wants to slap the shit out of you. They go inside and are immediately crop dusted. They make an astonishing discovery. Will you stop touching shit? You see what happens?
My God, she's alive.
You don't know that. Moon zombie? Hello? She don't trust strangers.
Look, goddammit, we're human.
Is there air? You don't know!
Asleep for thousands of years. Her morning breath be rank. She reveals her name as Mira, played by Leigh Lombardi. Hey, I know those bones. Mira has her own spacesuit, so taking her home seems to be an option. But now the locals are getting restless. Aw, it's kinda cute.
Copy Argo 1, standing by. And I wish to hell I wasn't sitting on my ass.
Would you rather sit on your face? Oh, and the aliens stole their lander. Who knew the moon had bad neighborhoods? They follow the trail and find the aliens are getting ready to leave. But before things get too boring, it's time for another robot attack. And another. I can't tell if this is another one or the same one just got back up. Ash is mortally wounded because we needed some drama. And speaking of drama, something yanks their orbiter out of orbit and it goes down.
My God.
My boat.
I've had bigger reactions running out of milk. No! Goodbye, whatever the fuck your name was. I mean, literally, I feel more for the coffee machine Ash kicked.
Take no shit from a machine.
Ash dies. The ride home is gone. I'm sensing an all is lost moment. Well, I guess we're walking back to Earth. They should have just called this movie Walter Koenig Breathes Heavily for 80 minutes. Sure, they're out of gas, but the rover still gets direct TV. What's this? An emergency jetpack? Survival rations? Emergency radio? It's one of those inflatable lawn decorations you see at Christmas. Actually, it's an inflatable space igloo. Honey, I'm home. This is the I'm feeling sorry for myself moment. And Mira comforts him. With boobs.
Oops, yay!
No, Rar, it's a trap.
No matter how dire the situation, how hopeless the circumstance, nothing a little moon sex won't solve.
That thing's actually supposed to work after all these centuries?
Seriously, they have sex. With nudity and everything. Hers, not Chekhov's. See, those condoms were a good idea after all. Well, that was moon fast. And the aliens like to watch. Okay, I'll give the filmmakers credit. This is a chilling image. Suddenly, these things are like moon ninjas and sneak up on our couple. Aw, they're playing with dolls. Rather than just kill them, they're taken aboard their ship, headed for Earth.
Oh, Christ. That's what we are. Spare parts.
The ship's doctor arrives for a little titillation. I mean, he selectively removes bits of clothing from her just to flash the audience. It's beautiful. Hey, don't break the puppet. These parts are going back in the director's Chevy when this is over. Come on, cool one-liner. Just give me one. One cool one-liner.
We don't take no shit from a machine.
Predictable. A rescue shuttle mission is launched and a sequence that lasts a runtime padding 1.5 minutes. Editing, look into it. While looking for a way out of their alien ship, they find out it's infested with coffee beans. They also happen to find their lander, but it's not just a lander. It's a superpowered plot bomb. They're just fine going up with the bomb. I mean, where are they going to go after all? But a quick attack and a sudden burst from Chekhov's machine gun, giggity, reminds him that, oh yeah, Newton's law. They fly out of the alien ship and straight at the shuttle. And I thought the ending of The Martian was far-fetched. And the aliens are blown up, I guess. Chekhov takes his new lady friend home, where she's miraculously not dissected into a million pieces. It's over, except it isn't. An egg survived and starts building a sequel. That was Moontrap. The straightforward story leaves a few hanging threads. What about that big spaceship from the beginning? They mentioned it was in a decaying orbit, but we don't hear about it again. And what about their budget? The hilarious part is, this movie wouldn't have happened if they stayed on Earth after killing that first robot. None of the rest would have happened. Chekhov's character is feeling old. He's a father for a single scene, otherwise there's not much to him. They establish he's divorced, so when he meets his new friend, it doesn't get weird. Mira is even more of a blank slate. She doesn't speak much until the epilogue, when she reveals that she was chosen to spread the warning of the aliens. Great job. But this info is 1, too late, and 2, pointless. Of course, Bruce Campbell had the most personality, because he's Bruce fucking Campbell. He's fun to watch, even when he's taking shit from a machine. And a NASA middle management pencil pusher, when the validity of their evidence is called into question. It feels like conflict for the sake of conflict. It adds nothing, does nothing to motivate our characters, and after the robot attack a few minutes later, they change their minds anyway. There are other characters introduced that vanish after a couple of scenes. They seem to exist only to give exposition or dialogue. Even when the third member of their team is killed, we know so little about him it's impossible to care. And I get the need for realistic space lighting, but I also get why Hollywood puts lights in actors' helmets so we can actually see their faces. I mean, who's in there? The sets look cheap. The special effects were already dated in the 80s. Even the giant killer machines move like amusement park animatronics. They don't even look dangerous or threatening. And I think this guy is smiling. Acting is on par with an asylum movie. Not as good as network TV, but better than porn. It's a short movie, yet it still drags. And when the visuals and effects are so bland and uninteresting, it really shows off the flaws. But after a certain point, it just feels like padding. There's low budget, and then there's cheap looking. And why is the strip joint a model? Action scenes come out of nowhere and end just as quickly. It's like they paid by the bullet and they have to stretch them out. When they fight the robots, they're rarely in the same frame. You can't tell if they're in the same scene. And when the robot is defeated, it's so unsatisfying. Which describes the entire movie, unsatisfying. It's exactly what I remember. Moontrap is a 1 out of 5. There's a cheesy, so bad it's good kind of charm. The effects are unconvincing and the aliens are laughable. When the asylum looks better by comparison, you did something wrong.
Hey, that's the guy from Star Trek.
If you like this video, give a thumbs up and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment. This is theNewBee, and as always, don't take any shit from a machine.